What if I told you that when this cozy little house in Crescent Hill was built, it wasn't even a house at all? And originally it was built to serve as the carriage house and barn for the larger house just in front of it off of South Peterson Avenue. You heard that right, folks. 125 years ago, this seemingly quaint single-family home was built to house horses and hay, not people. And it wasn't until 2014 that it was converted into the 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath, 2,700 square foot house that you see here today. When we switch to an aerial view of the property, you can see more clearly the past lines of connection between these two properties. This is the alleyway between South Peterson Avenue and South Galt Avenue, and pretty much every other property on both blocks extend all the way back to that back alley. Whereas you can see here, the carriage house property was subdivided off the back of the larger corner house at some point, creating 2 separate lots. Now, as for the main house that it was originally affiliated with, it remains an absolute gem to this day. It was built back in 1906, and it's quite possibly the most distinct looking house on the block. Built with a classic Italianate style flair that you don't see incredibly often around the Crescent Hill neighborhood. The Russell family were the original inhabitants of the home who were in the beer manufacturing business, and they were also part of the same family that owned the Stitzel Weller distillery, which they sold in 1910. And these are a couple of early historic photos of the backside of that carriage house during the time the Russells owned the property, matched with the same view of the carriage house today. And this is a snapshot of the listing from when the carriage house last sold in 2021, and you can see here that they did a pretty damn good job. I mean, it's hard to believe that this was essentially a barn back in the day. And it's interesting, for as small as the home looks, they managed to pack in 2,700 square feet of living space here, rivaling some of the larger houses in the neighborhood that appear to be twice its size. The more you know.